I always say it, I'm never into the Democrat Party, neither into the Republican. I am intelligent. I love this country. I love this country. I love America. I'm very proud to be an American. They never accepted me in France because I was an Iranian kid. They never accepted me in France. And the first time I came to America, I landed in Texas. Alright. From where? Houston. Oh, I lived 7 years. Houston, Texas. Yeah. Holy cow. Alright. So, but you see, like, they never accepted me in France, but when I landed in Houston, Texas, they accepted me. As a Mexican, but they accepted me. Do you realize that if you're a country with resources, right, you're in trouble with America? And if you have oil, don't call it oil. Call it something America never cared about, like education, healthcare, and Mexicans. Let me tell you something else. If tonight you're open-minded, you know, if you want to laugh, you'll still be offended, I promise. You know that in America, in many schools, if a child's average grade is D, they still send him to the next grade, right? You know that. While in France, if a child's average grade is D, we send him to America. That's why I'm here. Then America was meant to go to heaven. And then God came, and God has a French accent. America, no, you cannot come in. And then America was like, if you don't let us in, we're gonna bomb you. He was like, no, America, no, you cannot. And America was like, I would like to speak to your manager. Satan was on the side, very impressed. The world is so unfair because when my own country got attacked by terrorists, the Paris attack, right? Did you see what happened? Everybody changed their profile to the French flag. Did you realize that? It's crazy. When Iraq lost 500,000 civilians, nobody did anything. Did you notice that? How unfair is this? And I realized what's the problem. There's not enough bakeries in Iraq. And how about the lies? How many lies did we have to hear this year, right? I don't believe anything. I'm not even sure Biden is president. This is the Trump supporter wall. Surrounding me. There were a lot of racism in France when I grew up. I remember these French white kids, they were like, why you don't look like us? And I was like, good! I don't want to look like you stinky French, ugly Frenchman! As I said, there were a lot of racism in France. I truly believe racism is a lack of intellect. That's what I think. So I know it's not a race, but I'm racist against stupid people. And in America, it's a real pandemic. My son, he asked me the big question. He said, Dad, what is lying? What is lying? So for this set, I'm going to have to introduce the lying chord. So my son was like, what is lying? And I was like, well, do you remember when I told you you were the most important thing in the world? Do you remember when he said he was going to make America great again? And then my wife came and she said, do you remember when I told you he was your son? You guys are a great audience. I swear she said it, she was like, oh my God, you're from France? I love France. Me and my sister, we always wanted to go to London. Oh, I'm kidding, I'm not stupid. I've done that same joke in Texas, no one laughed. I don't think the virus was made in China. I think it was made somewhere else, but it was just way cheaper to manufacture in China. And as usual, China stole the idea and made it available to everybody. This song is like a trigger. You guys should go figure. This is for all my African American friends. It's just, I'm a tough teacher. I'm from France, you know? In France, I worked all my life so hard to be miserable. And then I came to America, I took a placement test at the university, and I almost became president. Then the Iraqi people were like, oh, everybody's gonna change their flag to the Iraqi flag. You know the Iraqi flag, it's full of blood.
I'm Iraqi, by the way.
You're from Iraq? Ah, I like that. Shit. All right. Are you from Baghdad?
Yes.
Isn't that delightful? No, it's true. Can you imagine hell in different countries? Let's imagine, like, if China, living in hell in China would be like a very crowded hell, right? Living in hell in America would be like a first-class hell. And living in hell in Afghanistan would be like living in Afghanistan. As somebody who had COVID and is vaccinated, I'm like bulletproof right now. I do believe the masks are important, but in certain settings, there was always a voice inside my head telling me like, what about if the CDC is just having a blast? And they're like this, they're like, let's see if they wear a mask. Oh, they're doing it. Let's see if they wear 2 masks. They're doing it. Oh no, I love Star Wars. The shield, let's see if they wear a shield. You saw the troopers? 3 feet apart? Make it 6. I went to Russia. Russian people speak the universal language of vodka. After vodka, everybody's bilingual. One night we're talking politics, we're very drunk. I don't know what I said, but the next day they attack Ukraine. So, my bad. I will never forget my citizenship test in Houston, Texas. It was incredible. The auditor had a very weird accent, like, history test. America. Where is America? And I was like, America is everywhere. Iraq, Vietnam. And I never forget the reading test. Because the reading test was, I can read in English. Then the writing test was, I can write in English, but I'm a funny guy. So I wrote, I cannot write in English. And I passed the test because I guess the auditor could not read either. Welcome to America. And then the auditor said, he said this very important sentence. He said, are you proud to be an American? And I was like, based on the test, I don't know. I don't know who else you let in. You know how the CDC is having fun with masks, right? I'm feeling the government is the same, and they're like, let's see if they're gonna go vote. Look, they think it makes a difference.
America, you can have a gun at 18, but yet you cannot drink until you're 21, which doesn't make sense, because if you just shoot someone, don't you want to celebrate with a nice Merlot?
He got very annoyed when he talked about democracy. He said, "Do you like democracy?" I was like, "I love democracy, unless you're forcing it on other countries." And he was like, "You mean we're forcing democracy on other countries? What do you mean we're forcing democracy on other countries?" And I was like, "Well, can we at least vote on it?" He was like, "Absolutely not." My son is 4 years old. He was taking those Zoom classes during the pandemic, and the teacher was quite dark during the quarantine. She was like, "Hey, boys and girls, let's do the alphabet. A like alone. B like bored to be alone. C, yes, Michael. C like COVID. Yeah. Oh, Britain? Yes, D like death. I don't know. Somebody's watching the news. Yeah, he stayed 1 year in his apartment, not going out. 1 year. Because he was completely racist. This was a great year for racist people. They could truly hate at home. I've always pictured the terrorists in Paris. They must have been very confused. You know? They were like, "Allah Akbar, I'm gonna blow up the Eiffel Tower." And then the boss was like, "No, Mohammed, I bought tickets 6 months ago." Fatima will kill me. Do we continue? My son, he's by blood, he's half Iranian, half Mexican. Iranian Mexican. He's Iranian Mexican, which means that if Trump builds a wall, my son will first blow it up and then rebuild it. My son, he has different accents when he cries. When he cries with a French accent, he's like, "Moi, moi." When he cries with a Mexican accent, he's like, "Ay." And when he cries with an American accent, he's like, "Not my president, not my president." When he cries with an American accent, he's like, "Not my president, not my president." Again, Temecula. When I heard Hillary was not going to be our president, when I heard that Hillary was not going to be our president, I was like, ah. And then I realized who is the president. I was like, ah. Because I tell you the truth, I am neither into the Democrat Party, neither into the Republican Party. I am intelligent. I don't think there's anything to be proud from both parties. Ghetto Trump? What does that mean? You love Trump. Yeah, well, almost at the end. I still have a few horrible things to say. As you can hear, I was born and raised in France, and after all this time, I still don't look French. and that's because my parents come from another romantic country, Iran. That's not funny. See, that's the problem in America. I think in America, people have the wrong idea about Iran. So tonight, I would like to play a piece that really represents
the relationship between American people and Iranian people, because I think we should live in peace. If you want to download that music, it's on CNN. The worst is social media. I hate social media. By the way, follow me at Armando Violin Comedy. Because I have to do it. I hate social media.
Thank you. It's like the roof of Notre Dame when it was burning. Yes. Oh my God, how that really got me mad. And the whole world caring about Notre Dame. And I was like, guys, the Amazon is burning. And then he was like, Amazon Prime? If you really like what I'm doing, which you should all do, obviously, shoot me an email at armandoisamazing@yahoo.com. And then I can come back here and do a yours where you guys are celebrating you. Aww, it's your birthday? Yes. This is gonna be special. My name is Armando Anto, guys. Thank you so much.